this is where it gets up. This is where it gets up. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jada S, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hey, I'm Jada and welcome. Y'all, as you can see from the title, today I am telling y'all a crazy, insane, freaking dramatic, stupid ass story, y'all. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so funny retelling this story because every time I tell this story, I get the same reaction. Like, everybody is like,
you are dumb.
every single time. And you know what, it's so crazy because that was a time in my life where I kind of went down spiraling or whatever, just being bad, being fast, you know. Fun fact about me, it's not really all that fun, but my driver's license were suspended pretty much throughout my whole adolescence, like from like 17 to like 20 till I got out of college. My license were suspended. Like, I have a reputation, or I had, because I'm better now, I had a reputation of being just kind of like a, not really a reckless driver, but just a driver who was just irresponsible, just doing shit, you know. But y'all, I have been stopped by the police many a times. I have been to court many a times. It just was crazy. So yeah, anyways, y'all, let's just get into the story. Like, let's just get into it. So y'all know I gotta start my story how every black person start their story, right? All right, so boom. So y'all, I'm in high school. I'm 15 years old. I have my temporary license. In Cleveland, we call it our temps, right? So I turned 16 in like a few months, and I have always been the baby of my class, of my friend group. Everybody else had their license already. I was the last one, but I'm the youngest, so duh. So at this point in my life, my brother and my sister were off to college, and it was just me at home. I'm the youngest of three, by the way. It was a Friday night. I was bored. Nobody was home. My parents weren't home. I'm the only child at home. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, except my high school football team had a game that Friday night, right? But it was an away game. It wasn't a home game. So it was like a little bit further up the street than normal. And that was the move. So like I said, my brother and my sister are both off to college. So my mom's old car was my brother and my sister's first car. So obviously when I got my license, I knew that that car was gonna be mine too, right? So it was just sitting in the driveway. The keys were at the house. Nobody was there. The keys was looking at me. I was looking at the keys. The keys was looking at me. I was looking at the keys. And I was like, should I do that? Yeah, let's do it. So I had the audacity, y'all. So I went, knowing I had no business taking the car. I didn't have my license yet. So I had no business taking the car. I was just being bad and being sneaky because I was like, nobody gonna find out if I just make it there and back. I was like, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Ciao. Whew. So I'm in the car, right? I'm driving to the game, y'all. I'm driving to the game. I'm feeling myself a little bit. So if you live in Cleveland and you know how close Beechwood and Richmond Heights is, right? So I went to Beechwood. The game was at Richmond Heights. It was just a few more minutes down the road. It wasn't that far. So I hop on the road, y'all, 10 and 2 the whole time. 10 and freaking 2. Y'all ain't about to catch me slipping. I ain't about to be driving crazy because I knew how to physically drive. Like, driving wasn't that hard, but it was just like, I didn't have no business doing that. So I get to the game safely. So I get there, I'm parking. I feel like that girl, like, you couldn't tell me nothing. Y'all, I walk in the game, I see some of my friends like, hey y'all, they like, how you get here? I'm like, I drove. I got the key, y'all. I was a mess, y'all. I had the keys like on my ring finger, like, hey, keys jingling. I'm like, hey, y'all. Like, I drove here. Like, at this point, like, everybody knew that I drove there. I told everybody, yeah, I drove my car out there. What's up? You know what I'm saying? What's good? So y'all, I didn't even stay the whole game. I literally just popped in for a few little quarters and then popped out. I'm like, I gotta go home because at this point I'm getting a little like, I'm like, yeah, I should probably go home. Like, you know when you're not supposed to do something and you doing it and you just like, damn, like, okay. So I was like, okay, I showed out enough. Let me take my ass home, right? So Obviously it's a Friday night, it's Friday night football, so it's dark, right? It's dark outside, period. On my way back home, y'all, so I'm good. I passed maybe a couple police officers. I'm good, you know, still 10 and 2. I'm driving, I'm straight. I ain't got no worries, right? This is where it gets up. This is where it gets up. Oh my gosh. So y'all, I'm almost home, right? It's this little intersection, like right before my house. Like the intersection right here. If the intersection is right here, my street is right here. Like all I had to do was get past the intersection and make a right, and boom, I was on my street. Like it was like that close, right? So I'm the first car in the intersection going this way. And it's a police officer, the first car in the intersection going the opposite way, right? So I see him like kind of looking my way, but I'm like, I'm straight. Like I passed a couple police officers on my way here. Like we good. Like I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm at this red light. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm good. I ain't gonna get stopped, right? Y'all, the light turns green. I go. I see in my rear view, this police like, woo! Y'all, I see in my rear view, this police officer busts the most crisp ass U-turn. I mean, that motherfucker did a half a donut in that motherfucker. Like, he was on a mission. Like, I'm like, oh, so I'm looking at my rear view. I'm like, what the So at this point, I'm on my street. I'm like 2 houses down from my street. 2 houses away. And all I hear is, bloop, bloop. Y'all. So at this point, I'm like, I might as well turn in my driveway. Y'all, I turned in my driveway. Police officer got his lights on. I'm in my driveway. Oh my, I was like, damn, I was so close. I'm like, I'm home. So the police get out the car, right? So at this point, I'm scared, I'm tripping. The police gets out the car. He comes to my window and is like,
you know why I stopped you?
And I was like, no. He was like,
your headlights are out. But it's okay, like, it's not a big deal. Just give me your driver's license and like, I'll, you know, it's not a big deal.
I'm like, the headlights? The headlights, bruh. In my head, I'm like, I ain't got a driver's license. So I play it cool, and I just give him my temporary license or whatever. You know, I ain't do too much. He like, you know, you're supposed to be driving with an adult. Like, you only 15. Like, you can't drive till you're 16. Like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I just went like up the street. Like, I ain't go far. Like, I'm lying. And I was telling him, I'm like, this is my house. I'm like, I'm in front of my house. Like, I can walk in this thing right now. Y'all can leave and we can act like this never happened. Like, we good. Like, I'm home. I'm safe. I ain't hurt nobody. Y'all straight. Y'all, you know. So they like, so we gonna have to call a parent or whatever. And they like, so what's the number? When I tell you, I'm like, my mom just got a new phone. I don't know her number. So they like, it's either we call your mom or we tow the car and take you to the station. When I tell you that was the hardest decision, like I was really contemplating, thinking like, should I just go to the station with them? I was really thinking because I knew my mom was gonna be pissed. I knew she was gonna be pissed, right? So like I said, I'm in my driveway. So my neighbors, like they like knew me and knew us and stuff like that. Why did one of my neighbors call my dad? I'm like, yo. So end up calling my mom. My mom's like, what? And my mom's at a wedding. My mom's at one of her best friend's weddings. Y'all, she has to leave. So I called my best friend Shelby and like told her what happened, panicking, right? So she comes over my house and waits with me until my mom gets there. Just to like ease the stress a little bit. Like I'm scared, I'm nervous out of my mind. Damn, Shelby sure did pull up. When my mom got home, Shelby left eventually. Oh, she tore me out, y'all. It was the worst. Like, so basically I had to go to court, and it was a crazy experience. So after that, like I said, my life just kind of went downhill. My parents didn't trust me, nothing. I feel like in high school, I started acting out in high school when my brother and my sister left, because it was like just me in the house, and I'm like, oh, I'm finna shit up. Hey, I was like kind of a problem child. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's so crazy because now that I have a daughter, I'm like, God, please don't let my behaviors come back to me. Please, God, please. Like, oh my gosh, I was out of pocket. So the moral of the story is, do not forget to turn on your freaking headlights, period. But yeah, y'all, that is it for today's story time. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and if you want more story times, let me know and I got you, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Mwah.